Normalizing the taboo, the psychology of sexual fantasies. Well, what do we have here? Perhaps you're looking to see if your sexual fantasy is common, or perhaps you're just here for your daily dose of psychology content. Either way, welcome. It can be difficult to discuss, or even simply contemplate, your sexual desires and fantasies. You may feel stressed or anxious, thinking some of your intimate thoughts are taboo or unusual. But odds are, they are much more common than you think. Today we're going to dive deep into some of the most common sexual fantasies, discussing them from a psychological standpoint. Why do we fantasize? If you watched part 1 of our series, you might remember that people fantasize for a variety of reasons. In a Psychology Today article, psychologist Justin Lemiller surveyed over 4,000 Americans about their sex lives. The results showed that 69.8% of participants fantasize simply to experience sexual arousal and satisfy their curiosity about different sensations. Others used fantasies to meet unfulfilled sexual needs, escape reality for a while, or safely explore a socially taboo desire. According to data shared by Insider, evidence suggests that people who actively embrace and process their sexual fantasies actually experience less anxiety and a greater sense of self-esteem. So what are these seemingly taboo thoughts? Here are 3 of the most common categories. 1. Homoeroticism and gender bending. First, let's clear up some terminology. According to Insider, gender bending is when a person challenges societal expectations of their gender. Anyone, regardless of their sexual orientation, can participate in gender bending, for example, performing in a drag show. This is distinct from being transgender, which refers to someone whose gender identity or expression differs from their assigned sex at birth. Then there is homoeroticism, fantasizing about or participating in sexual acts with someone of the same sex. A 2019 paper published in Social Forces suggested that roughly 3.6% to 4.1% of men and 7.6% to 9.5% of women report a level of romantic or sexual attraction to the same sex. However, you don't need to identify as queer or homosexual to experience these fantasies. It is incredibly common for strictly heterosexual people to have them. Sexuality is a spectrum. Sexual desire is rarely an either-or situation. A heterosexual cisgender woman in a fulfilling relationship with a man can still have vivid fantasies about women. The bell curve, sex therapist Deborah Fox, explains that human sexuality operates on a spectrum. Someone might identify as straight, but still experience a little titillation imagining same-sex acts. Having the fantasy doesn't inherently rewrite your entire sexual identity. 2. Romance and connection. Perhaps the most common fantasy of all is a deeply romantic evening with a steady partner. In Lemiller's survey, he found that 87% of gay bisexual individuals, 88% of straight women, and 91% of straight men regularly fantasize about their current romantic partner. What romantic sex means depends entirely on the person. For some, it's a candlelit, passionate night. For others, the focus shifts to tantric sex. What is Tantra? According to Healthline, tantric sex is a slower, meditative experience that focuses on spiritual connection and overall sensation rather than treating orgasm as the final goal. It allows partners to become entirely physically aware and present, feeding each other energy and exploring hidden aspects of their personalities to truly know one another inside and out. 3. Variety and novelty. Want a bit of adventure? Many people simply want to spice things up outside of the routine bedroom environment. Fantasies involving sex under a waterfall, on a private plane, or just on the living room rug are incredibly widespread. Just keep in mind, public sex is illegal in the US, so some of these locations might best remain in your imagination. According to sex educator Cassandra Corrado, trying a new activity, position, or location triggers a thrilling adrenaline kick. For a lot of people, physical arousal is biologically linked to that rush of adrenaline and facing the unknown. The power of sharing. Ultimately, the most important takeaway is that having fantasies is entirely normal, healthy, and safe. If you have a partner, communicating these desires can actually transform your relationship. In a study conducted by psychologist Ari Tuckman, data revealed that couples who were the most satisfied with their sex lives and had sex the most frequently were also the ones most comfortable sharing their fantasies with each other. These couples build a foundation of safety, making it easier to navigate the vulnerable intimacy required to share their deepest secrets. What about you? Will you be sharing your secrets in the bedroom with a partner, or will your personal fantasies remain just for you? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to click the like button and share this with a friend or partner. Subscribe to Mindset Explore and hit the notification bell icon for more content just like this. As always, thanks for watching.